I proceed. Yes, indeed.
I'ma throw shade if I can't get paid. Blow you up to your girl like the on your name.
You can slide on my ice like the escapade, and itchy kitty yada with the marmalade. Hey! Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back to the Grapevine. Welcome, people. Welcome back to the Grapevine, episode 30. I'm Shell.
And I am Soph.
And we're bringing another episode to you in regards to being body beautiful and loving yourself. How's your week been, lovey?
It's been hard.
Has it?
Yeah, tiring. Well, I've got no car now until further notice. So I've been walking up and down, just wearing myself out, trying to get to work and just rushing around trying to do everything on foot is hard. So yeah, I know. I'm car hunting at the moment again because, you know, my other car, RIP. So yeah, so just car hunting. I'm hopefully get something before my birthday because you know I've got 6 weeks off coming up, so I want to be able to do what I'm doing independently with my summer holidays. So
without West Midlands travel
exactly. I must look like a dumb cow getting on the bus. Right, I got on the bus with one of my colleagues at work who doesn't drive, and she told me I need to download the app to get a bus pass and all this, and then show it on the bus. I was like,
I ain't got a clue about that, you know. I ain't got no clues.
You don't buy bus pass now, because I went to go and actually buy one, and then
I didn't even know you could use your car. This is bad, you know.
No, it's really
the other day
terrible.
I went on the bus because I had my car for MOT, and I had to call my daughter, and I said, "Can I actually use my card on the bus?" And she was like, "Mum, you are thick. Do you not know this?"
This is the thing, when you've been driving for a certain amount of time, you kind of get used to just jumping in your car, whatever. You don't know what's going on the outside, like with the whole.
I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a bus snob. If you can get me a train, I'll get on a train any day.
I prefer trains.
I can't stand the bus, but if I
can't catch a train to where I work, it's literally one straight bus, and it doesn't take long, so it's not that bad. But it just feels weird. It just feels really weird. So yeah, the week's been busy at work because of having to travel on public transport, and there's been a lot of people in isolation, so been pushed from pillar to post.
I know, this is kind of the reason, hasn't it?
Very
short-staffed.
There's more cases. There are more cases because we've had a lot of year groups shut down and things like that as well. It's just been quite difficult. But yeah, you know, it's one of those things we push on. What about you, babe? I know you've been busy as well, haven't you?
Really busy this week. Really busy. I feel like I say it's every time, but
we do.
It was that busy for me this week that I literally went in on the Saturday just to catch up on myself and to make, you know, sense of it all. But like you said, we move, we keep it going. We gotta do what we gotta do. It's called making that paper.
Exactly.
You know, wouldn't have it any other way, really.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And now our Boris has lightened up the lockdown rules, and saying, you know, after the 19th we can all go back practically to normal. Even though I feel like there's a lot of people that adamantly want to stay as we are. They like literally like have got so stuck into this situation that they're just like,
I'm not bothered anymore.
I'm not bothered. I'm not going out. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. I'm not mixing. I'm not like the rules like are going to be like a permanent thing for them.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just got to live your life.
Some people I know, like people at work, have said to me that they still haven't entered a supermarket yet. They're still getting their shopping. Like they'll leave from work and they'll go and pick up their shopping, like, and they've got a slot, the time slot. I know a lot of people that are doing that still. I like the freedom to be able to pick up the fruit. Does it look good? No. Put it down. Choose something else. I really like that.
It's true. It's true. It's got. At the end of the day, like everybody's took it in different ways, haven't they?
They have, yeah.
And it has been quite devastating because we've lost lots of people last year, and I can understand why some people feel that way. But at the same time, people got to remember that we live once. We can literally sit in our house the whole time, go out, cross the road, get knocked down. It really is just one of those things. So you just got to kind of like just move with the times. Yeah. And just, you know, move safely and just do what you got to do, because it's out there, and regardless, you know, if it's your time to catch it, you're going to catch it.
You're going to catch it. So guys, our topic of the week this week is cosmetic surgery and body enhancements. To be or not to be, you know, which way are we going to go? Some people go one way and they just want to be natural. And other people, you know, want to enhance themselves, whether it's parts of their body, boobs, butt, whatever, or, you know, they'll enhance features of their face. So maybe they want a nose job, they're not happy with the nose, lips, you know, cheekbones, everything. You can do anything these days, can't you?
I know.
So this is what we wanted to cover this week, because we feel like it's something that's becoming more popular. I think it's always been popular with some people, hasn't it? Like celebrities and stuff.
I think
but
it was a celebrity thing to start off with, wasn't it? And
now your regular everyday people are doing more of these enhancements. So we just wanted to cover that and see what the general consensus was. What is everybody feeling about it? Are there people, you know, friends and family that you know doing it? You know, I know a few people that do like the Botox and stuff like that, but I don't know. Is it,
I think for us, I know I've been watching Love Island this week, and when I watched it, there was a section where they did something where they was talking about, you know, different things that had going on with them, and they had to say, like, you know, what parts of your body have you had done, and nearly every girl in the house had something done to their body.
Right, before we watched that clip, we could tell anyway.
You could tell, yeah, you could tell. But like, it was like the amount of stuff. I've had my lips done, my boobs done, my stomach done, my butt done, like. It's a lot. My teeth done. There's so many things that they were getting done. It was just like, but then as soon as somebody kind of like said that was fake, one of them, there was tears, there was arguments, there was this and that, and I feel like it was just coming from a place of self-confidence, lack of self-confidence, that brought them to the place of doing the surgery. But then they still couldn't have had that much confidence in what they'd done, because as soon as somebody called them fake, it was like, don't call me fake. Why would you care? But she wasn't the fakest girl in there. There were girls in there. She looked all right.
She looks all right. I mean, she's had stuff done, but she still looked a lot more natural than some of the others. So I found that clip really strange, because it's a self-confidence thing. Because even though she's saying, they were saying they did it to, you know, because they had issues with their self-confidence, and there was things that they thought they needed to change about their body. But then in making that change, has it given them the self-confidence that they needed? Because why would you jump on somebody who has an opinion on what they want or what they like? Do you know what I mean? Because all he was saying was that he prefers natural girls to girls with fake things going on, which
a lot of men do, don't they? A lot of men like the naturalness. A lot of men, some men like just the look of the fakeness, but they don't want it as the whole thing, you know, as a package, but they like to look at it. Some men love it, want to embrace it, can't have a woman that hasn't had something done. So it's all different aspects of it. But I thought in that moment, I find it hilarious, because I was just like, oh my god, you say self-confidence, but you couldn't have it now because you're still going mad at the guy. Exactly.
But because I'm quite a fearful person of things like that, and I think I'd be afraid to go and get, like, you know, the cosmetic surgery stuff. I'd be very scared to do it, even though it's something that I have thought about doing when I was younger. When I was younger, I was very I was conscious of, like, my boobs getting saggy when I got older. So I always said to myself, because I want to keep because I've always had pert boobs, and I want to keep them. So I've always said, when I'm 40 and I've had all my children, I'm going to get a boob job. But now I'm approaching 40 next year, and I don't feel like they're at a stage where I need to get that. So I'm going to leave it alone. But I always envisioned in my head, by the time I reach this age, I would look like I needed something. So it's something that I explored the idea of, but I haven't gone and done anything.
I feel like I'm the opposite. I feel like I've always had bottom, I've always had a booty, but then it wasn't necessarily the fashion back then, when I've always had it. Like, from a man's perspective, men have never had a problem with it, but at the same time, like, I've always heard the niggling of women, like, oh my god, look at her ass, she's got a big bottom, and it's always been that, like, but this is when booty was not in, like, when I was younger, like, it was like, it wasn't as fashionable.
I know what
so
you mean,
it was seen more of, it was seen as more of something what made you look fat
rather than
an asset. And
I hear you.
But it never bothered me, because I always saw it as an asset. But I always heard the niggling noise of, like, oh my god, I'm there, and it made it basically pushed onto the fact of making you feel like, oh, you're a bigger girl, or you're fat because you've got a big ass.
See, I had that you've got no lips, so they can't do nothing.
Oh,
kind of,
Oh, you've got lips now, though.
Well, I don't know. I still feel like my lips are quite small.
So you're saying that you would have an enhancement on your lips?
Oh no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. But I had the like the, you know how you said you had the niggling of the comments. That's a comment.
That you would hear.
That I heard. you know, and I felt conscious of that because I heard that from men, but I was young. And I just, you know, you when you're not experienced and you haven't had boyfriends and things like that, and you're still like a teenager and you're young, makes you feel funny. It makes you think, oh my God, when I grow up, are men going to be pleased with the way I kiss? Because you know, my lips are quite small for a black girl, but I never had any complaints about the way I kiss. You know. And I'm happy with them, but yeah, you do get comments when you're young.
Yeah, and it just kind of stick with you. But then it makes me laugh now that booty is in, and now
people would love your ass right now. They're paying thousands for an ass like Michelle's.
What I've always had, but at the same time, it just makes me laugh because it's just like women that are probably sitting there going, "Oh my God, it makes you look fat," and the same people that are trying to get all these things done.
Exactly.
And this is why you have to be comfortable in your own skin, and you have to know yourself in it, because at the end of the day, the things that weren't in years and years ago are the things that are in now. But at the same time, I feel like it's all down to your self-love and your self-care and how you feel about yourself. And I think that's what makes the difference between some women that will go get surgery and some women that don't, because I'm not somebody that would go and get surgery. I know we talk about it, we'll say, oh, I want my stomach done, you know, my tummy tuck or da-da-da-da, but in hindsight, I'll just go to the gym and just kind of like do something that goes, like, gets me closer to a goal that I've got. But I don't think in my head I would put myself fully through that.
I'm too scared. I'm too afraidy. I don't like the idea of being put to sleep as it is, to have anything done. You know.
Really?
No, I don't.
I'm joking.
Not to have a surgical, you know, surgery is frightening anyway. If I had to be put to sleep and it was a life or death situation, or I needed to have an operation because of my health, fair enough, put me to sleep. I don't like it though. I wouldn't opt to do it so that I could go and get, you know, like bigger butt or bigger, you know. Luckily, I'm happy with my body. It's just, you know, the little pouch, the tum-tum. Comes from obviously getting older and having children. This is part of being a woman, you know, that's the only thing that I think I would change, but I don't think I would go and get any surgery to do it. These are just our personal views. You know, nobody's perfect. There is no such thing as perfect, but we all just want to be comfortable in ourselves, don't we? So people who choose to do it, go on. If you're happy and if you're safe doing it, you don't just go and get anybody random messing with your body. You know, make sure it's safe and make sure that you're happy. And as long as your partner's happy as well, I think, because some people, I think, some men, they don't necessarily want their women to go through certain stuff, do they?
No. They don't. So it is a bit of a catch-22, really. It's a bit hard.
So yeah, that's what we're going to be having a guest on as well. With us to discuss this topic,
and just to show you the other side of it, you know, of actually having any kind of enhancements done, or, you know, or you're thinking about it. We just thought we'd bring somebody on to kind of help you make that decision, and just to give you some healthy information on how to move forward with it, or, you know, or to go a different way about it.
Okay, so we're welcoming another guest to the Grapevine podcast.
Hi.
This is Princess.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. She's here to give us a little bit of insight into the whole aesthetic world, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because that's what you do for a living, isn't it? Yes. You've got your own business. So yeah, we're just here to talk with you about that. And if you could give us some insight, please, darling.
Yeah. Well, I'm an advanced aesthetic practitioner. I've only been doing it since, say, late March, launched properly April the 12th, when the government gave salons a heads up that they can operate again. My background, although, is a registered nurse, so I've been injecting for about 2 years. So
injecting, that
just
sounds
oh my gosh, it sounds all wheezy and daunting, but literally so used to it over the years. Obviously with aesthetics, it's a different level of injecting, different level of training, but I've been doing it since April and I've been loving it. Doing a lot of lip filling, Botox, fat dissolving. Recently started to do the BBL hip dip filler as well.
I did see that on your website actually. BBL is Brazilian butt lift, isn't it?
Brazilian
butt lift.
It sounds dangerous, but our procedure is the safest way to do it, to be honest with you. Even like you'll see a lot of surgeons advising against the surgical way of doing it because it's caused quite a few deaths.
Really?
Whereas with the filler way, there's no surgery, it's all non-surgical, so it's all just filling in the areas.
Is it as effective as the surgery?
I would say surgery, it's just as effective. Obviously with the surgery, you know, they put up what they put in, and you know, you're there for hours. With the fillers, it's done over a certain period of time, so we only really meant to do about, say, 50 mils at a time in each cheek. So if they want more, come back in 2 weeks. But that's the safest way.
Instead of, because the way I see it, if you're putting it all in at once, your body will go into some form of shock. I mean,
exactly.
I'm not a medical professional, know nothing, but logically thinking, your body will go into shock, won't it? It'll just be like, hold on a second, what's going on?
What is this?
And then it'll react in a funny way. And this is why some people do
what they do. Well, this is it. And you know, you get a lot of people that have botched jobs as well. Whereas with the filler, if the practitioner is using a filler that's dissolvable, at least we can dissolve it if it goes wrong, rather than people walking around with botched, you know, botch batty.
Sounds like you've got more control over the actual process.
You do, and it's a lot safer. The downtime is there's a lot less downtime as well. You know, there's not really much bruising and swelling to expect. I think overall now it's going to become quite big. Obviously the filler itself is quite expensive, but it's a lot cheaper than having surgery. And let's be honest, a lot of these girls are going to Turkey, all these foreign places to get themselves done.
I have heard that.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas we're on your doorstep, so if there's any issues, you can come straight back to your practitioner.
Like, what happened to my ass?
Exactly.
My left cheek.
Exactly. And I can be like,
they can't just jump on a plane and go back and get their money back, can they?
Exactly. But people will take the risk to do that.
Do you know anybody that's actually done that and gone over there? And
not personally.
I've heard people wanting to.
I've heard people wanting to. I've seen like, you know, certain influencers promote it, and now they're drawing away from it, saying don't do it. You know, you see celebrities, you see a lot of people do it. You'd be very surprised. You might know people that have gone to Turkey themselves, and it's probably not even just exactly. I mean, it's probably not even just to get the BBL, probably to get a tummy tuck or anything, breast done. This it's a lot cheaper. And don't get me wrong, there are some proper reputable surgeons out there. However, what we're starting to find out now is that it's a lot more dangerous. So we're trying to get people to do things a non-surgical way, because non-surgical procedures are just as effective.
Looks like you are putting Dr. Miami out of business.
He won't even. If he came out of business, he's all right. He more than likely can inject with his eyes closed, to be honest with you. He can inject with his eyes closed.
It's mad.
So with the whole you know, the fillers and people coming back and what have you, do you find that you, with your customers, they are loyal to you, like they'll always come back? Have you ever had anybody say, oh no, I'm not pleased with this, I don't like the way it is, I'm going to go and do it you know, the surgical way?
I've had people give up. So one of the treatments I do is fat dissolving. And I have to break it down to my clients, like, realistically, if you want to get yourself slimmer, you're paying a certain amount of money for this to happen. It's not going to be a miracle injection. So
people expecting too much too soon.
You've got to make your clients expect. You've got to break it down to them, and you've got to be realistic with them. Like, it's about £3,000 for a tummy tuck. My injections are £200 per session. And that's over 4 weeks. And that's with you drinking plenty of water, and you know, limiting your alcohol use if you drink alcohol, maintaining a good diet, you know, keeping up on your fluids, just basic healthy well-being.
Because I think some people, when they're going for things like this, they don't realise that they've got to do their part as well.
I would think people who are doing it this way I'm not saying that they're lazy, but I feel like they're going the easier way about it already. So the expectation of it coming to them easy is already there.
It's already there. And don't get me wrong though, like, I will put up before and after pictures and people will be like, oh, how long would it take for me to get to this? And it's cute and all because you have to break, it's the same questions and you give them the same answers. But as a practitioner, I have to be realistic and say, look, you have got to put in that work and you've got to trust the process. Otherwise, if you want something very fast, then maybe a tummy tuck is for you. Whereas this is, you know, safer, it's cheaper. But if I could give you tummy tuck results in one session, my prices would not be what they are. Do you know what I mean?
And you wouldn't even get them for about 10 years.
Exactly. My prices would be higher. Listen, I'd be offering it to celebrities. I'd be rich. So people have to be realistic. And some people do want to just have the injections and not do the work. I've been there myself. I've had fat dissolving years ago in the past on my love handles, and I didn't take it too seriously. It works, but now that I'm doing it myself on other people, I suppose I'm well aware of the aftercare and what I've got to do.
Of course.
So,
you're looking at it from a different angle.
And people that do stick to the aftercares, they do come back and they're happy, they're good with the results, they refer more people on. So
that's good.
Yeah.
So would you say business is booming for you then since you started off in April?
It's been really, because it's hit it off quite well.
I have seen the way you've progressed over the months. Obviously you've extended as well, haven't you? And you've got different salons now. And obviously your hubby, he's very, very proud of you. He's a very good friend of mine, and he's always raving about you, and you know, posting whenever you've made an achievement. So he really picks you up. So yes,
it makes a difference.
Shout out to you. Very good friend of ours, but no, he's very supportive. So yes, keep it up. You better keep it up.
He will.
You know, the more that our mans have got our back and whatever, and
I agree,
friends have got our 100%. Back when we're doing something like this.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. It keeps you going.
It's a blessing.
What advice would you give any like registered nurses that have been thinking about going into this?
Go for it.
Because I think it's a big move when you've just got your degree, you've been working, you're used to that. Because it is a big job when you're nursing. When you're in it, you're in it. So to come out of it, it's a big thing. So for you to...
It is a big thing. I mean, I'm still registered. I will not give up my registration. That is one thing I will not do. I worked very hard for it. And my 3 years of training wasn't the easiest as well. So that's something I will never give up. But it gets you onto so many different platforms. And I would advise other registered nurses to do it. I have spoken to a few of them. They've messaged me. I've had a lot of messages from midwives, registered nurses, paramedics, particularly black women that are within that field. And they're just inspired, really. They want to know, like, who do I train with? You know, where do I get my supplies? What would I encourage? You know, what's my advice?
There's a lot of questions I could see that there would.
Yeah, there is a lot of questions, and I would say to all medics, get involved. Get involved. I've always been like an advocate for mental health as a mental health nurse and self-love. And I think it's a lot deeper than what you see for face value. It's about what's going on inside. However, I know that people might struggle further than that, and not everybody's as confident to wear out their tum-tum and whatever not. So if you want to get something done and it's going to be safe and effective, go for it.
Boost your own confidence.
I think the key word is safe.
If it's safe,
because we do hear about, you know, we see it on the TV as well. All of those, like you were saying, botched and everything. We'll turn that on and it will literally frighten me. And I'll just think, oh my God. No, and it puts you off when you see things go wrong. And you hear about these horror stories, you know, because even, who was it now? Celebrity, was it Kanye West's
his mom?
Oh my God,
when she had her surgery. And I mean, she would have been a big woman. So you have to be careful as you get older.
You do.
But you'd think that with Kanye West's money, he'd make sure she had the best. And
but if something doesn't agree with your body,
it
doesn't. And this is it. And that's like, even with,
you could still pay.
You can still pay,
and beyond, and it can go wrong.
You can.
It's that frightens me.
And I think, well, it's just about doing your research about your practitioner and making sure that practitioner is doing their research about you. So giving realistic expectations, making sure that they have a background and knowledge of what might work for that person and what might not work for that person. So like we say, everybody's body is different, everyone's anatomy is different as well. You know, like even with fillers, like fillers might not work for everybody. There might be some people might be more prone to migration, where the filler just builds up and stays in one place, and it kind of looks a bit just overly built up. You know, Botox might not work for, I mean, it generally tends to work for people, but you know, it might be a case of it's probably gone wrong, or you know, even the fat dissolving, people can't stick to the aftercare. But
Really?
if people don't stick to the aftercare,
What is the aftercare for something like that?
Water.
Just drink a lot of water.
And
you might sound simple, but
A lot of people don't drink water. I love water.
I don't. And I'm telling people, drink water. But believe you me, it is a struggle. But water really is your best bet for most treatments, really, because hyaluronic acid is what we use for fillers, and hyaluronic acid loves water. Fat dissolving loves water. You know, Botox, or water is your bread and butter for most things as well. But maintaining a healthy diet as well, protecting your skin, keeping moisturized, the basics that we kind of do anyway, which is why a lot of the times it can work anyway. 9 times out of 10 treatments will work. I think the only time treatments don't tend to work, once again, is if that practitioner is probably offering something above and beyond that is not going to work for that person, and they're giving them unrealistic expectations. And that's why it's a good idea to get to a reputable practitioner. And when I say that, I don't mean somebody that is even necessarily a nurse. There's practitioners that aren't registered nurses,
really,
but they are still very good.
What are they if they're not registered nurses?
They're like beauticians.
Okay,
but
so you can get this through being a beautician.
You can get this through being a beautician. There's always going to be that scope of, well, you know, if it's not a nurse, you know, medics and non-medics. This is
some people won't go into a salon if it's just a beautician.
Only as good as your training, though.
Yeah, this is the thing.
A registered nurse that ain't fantastic at.
It's true. There are people in every profession that
There's
can
good
be
and bad in it.
in every profession that aren't the best. But you know,
there is. Bear in mind, there's nurses that have qualified but have never injected, and unless if they were students, they're just tablets. That's all, or gone straight into the community where they've just done wound care, so they don't know much about injecting. So you know, but we get it. Like, people always will trust nurses. We're earth angels, and this is how it is. I have an injecting background. However, there are, you know, like I'm saying, there are some people that haven't. So you know, just do your research on your practitioner. Don't look at the followers. Don't look at the likes. Probably look at the comments.
Yes.
Probably look at the comments, because that will probably give you an indication when people are talking to them. But don't watch the followers. Don't watch the likes. Just look at, I can't explain, it's hard to say do your research and what can you really research. Like, I would say look at comments and whatever your spirit feels good with that practitioner. So when you're messaging them, asking them questions, how are they answering it? People can get really busy, I do get that, but if people are asking questions because they've built up that courage and confidence to say, this is what I want to get done, is that practitioner communicating back positively? Are they responding? You know, what, have they got a website? Are they contactable? And just look at how old the prices are. And
it's common sense, isn't it? It's a lot of common sense. Like with anything you would go and buy,
exactly.
Like you put and you know it's important.
And if it's your body,
your body as you know, you're going to look into it.
I mean, I've had a bit of filler in my lip, but it's going down now. To be fair, I need topping up. But
do you do that yourself?
No, I done that when I was training. However, I can do it myself. Yeah. But the technique I want a Russian technique, and I will not be doing that myself. So I will be coming to some practitioners for that.
Okay. But I suppose you'll know how to go about it and who to go to, won't you? Because you're in the business.
Yes.
You know who's who.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know who I want to go to. What made me do it was training. We were training and we trained on each other. And I was just like, I'll try it. Yeah. We have to be models. Some people aren't as daring, are they? They're not. Well, this is it as well. Yeah. And but this is it, back to your question as well, in regards to, do people confide in you? You'd be so surprised, because the industry is predominantly, like, you know, white-faced. So you do get a lot of white girls that are like very upfront about what they want done.
Yeah.
But I get a lot of my sisters as well. A lot of my sisters
are they a little bit more not as open about it as, like you're saying, you get the white girls come in and
aesthetic treatments is a luxury, and now I am getting like a lot of Black and Asian ladies that do come to me saying, you know, my lips aren't as full, the same things as white girls would come to me with, and it's like they've just not been able to go anywhere, or they've not felt confident to go anywhere before.
The Black and Asian community did it as much going back years, because
it's become more popular.
It has become more popular now, you know, and social media and all the stuff that's going on, you know.
And rightly so. Why not? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we naturally have fuller lips. However,
not
we want more.
Does,
exactly.
Yeah.
Not everybody does, and sometimes we want more. Why are we denied that luxury of having to get procedures done? Yeah, we embrace natural beauty. All it is enhancing that as well. Definitely.
And just let the people know exactly where you're based as well.
So I'm in between Birmingham and Tipton. So I'm in Yardley at Designer Hair and Beauty Salon, Wednesdays to Saturdays. Every other Monday and Tuesday I'm at Aspire Tan and Beauty in Selly Oak. And every other Tuesday I'm in Spa Rituals in Tipton. But you can go onto my Instagram, Like a Princess Aesthetics. Like a Princess .aesthetics. And it will give you more details, and you can just DM me as well. I've got my website on there as well, so people can find me easily.
Yes, brilliant.
Thank you
so much
for joining us.
Man, it was good.
Yeah. Right, guys, welcome to our music segment. What's the tongue for?
I don't know. Welcome to the music section. I think it's our favourite bit.
It is. Is that what the tongue was for? Because it's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting.
Yeah, we like the music segment, don't we? We decided to base our music segment this week on tunes we can't wait to hear when we're out, family function, a get together. These are the typical tunes you would hear, but they always get everybody in a good mood and a good vibe. You know, no matter what genre, it brings people on the dance floor.
Yeah. And, you know, we haven't been able to do this lately because of Boris and all the lockdown rules. And obviously now he's kind of, you know, giving in finally. It's like setting us in the mood for all the family celebrations that we've got ahead. So he's like, you know what, let's just remind ourselves of those songs that get your nan and your mom up. And get somebody into the dance floor just to give it a little bit of a wine.
A little bit of wine. Or some footwork.
Some footwork, you know. Whatever they do.
So the first one we've gone for is, shall we sing it? You are
my starship.
So we've gone for that. You Are My Starship by the Daz Bear.
Yeah, man.
Anyway you want to take care, love me too. You are my starship.
One, it's kind of like, doesn't matter how old you are, you kind of
it does.
And the next one, footwork tune
again. We're gonna do a footwork tune.
Another one. This one?
Oh, okay, so the next one is definitely a footwork tune. I'm not.
Some people love it. Some people hate
this one, but yeah,
I love it.
Candy.
Everybody, to be honest, even if you don't do the dance when you're out,
you still gotta
do a little something. So it's one that you can't ignore.
And you're like, oh my god, here we go.
It's one you just cannot ignore. remember when we went to Amsterdam actually, and we did it. I think it was the last night.
Yeah, we did.
And we did it
to about three different genres
of music in a row, and we were like, foot is bunning.
That separates the real dancers from the shitty ones.
Oh yes.
So those that just do it for show, yeah. When the genre changes, can you keep up?
Or you're gonna pretend that you need the toilet.
Yeah. Oh, cramp. Move. Oh god, this is a definite christening vibe song. This is definitely a christening vibe song. When you hear this come on, you know you're at a christening, a funeral, a wedding. Boy, so this brings on the oldies, this one does. By the river,
What is it about reggae? They've always got that instrument that
they're like, Roger, hit it. Hit the triangle. Winston, get the xylophone. No!
Copper, rewind that.
Can you imagine
Oh gosh.
You know, we shouldn't take the mick in it, but we have to sometimes.
We're allowed to take the mick.
It's how we get by. It's how we get by.
We're allowed. One of our favourite hip-hop artists, I'd say, Busta Rhymes.
Oh yes, this is definitely a floor filler. I know this is my tune. When I hear this come on, I'm like, yo, I give it a bit extra punch.
Same.
In the mood.
I love this tune. I do love this tune. It's got, to be honest, and I love Pharrell as well. Anything that he puts his production on,
it just mashes up the thing.
And he can do a whole host of different people, and it doesn't matter who he produces. It sounds good.
It does.
So big up Busta, big up Pharrell.
Said Busta, I hear you're rolling, and it looks like the ass is just showing. Tell me what you gonna say. Pass the Cavossier, pass the Cavossier, pass the Cavossier, pass the Cavossier.
You need to shake it off. Too much carrying the church out.
Yes, gotta love a bit of Busta. I'm in the mood. It's the last scene.
That is my damn tune. That's my damn tune.
Yeah. Love that. Oh. Yeah, you can tell we can't wait to go out. But yes, it is time. Change up the genre again.
We'll change it up. This is more us, I think.
All of them are us, but for when we're going out,
that's what we're gonna hear.
Yeah, more than likely.
But yeah, this is definitely a floor filler.
Shout out to Deneo on this one. Still sounding good.
When I touch my crowd, will get hype if I say so. I don't play, bro. I'm in to entertain.
Oh yes, I need to go out.
Party hard. Do you know what this song makes me laugh? Yeah, when you go to like a big people rave. Why do they always cha-cha-cha it out?
And they're trying, aren't they? They're trying so hard.
Why are they doing the merengue or some shit to it? I'm like, come on now, man.
It's like they do salsa to it. We've witnessed that, haven't we?
No, Dante. I'm like, come on now, man. Come on now, man. It really does crack me up. And this is what gets my aunties up. Gets them up on the floor. And my nan. My nan loves this.
Because this is nice for like, because even kids get up to this one and they're all just running around and
we'll tell them what we did where we couldn't actually find the song.
Oh my god, we knew what song we were talking about. And I was like, yeah, that's a good one.
That's that song, and I sang it. I was like, and we said, hey, and she was just like,
well, who sings it? We can't find it unless we know what the tune's called. So I literally just went onto YouTube and typed and we said, eh. And it popped up. First the search term.
Mr. Air, you know.
It's not even English. Mr. A. But hey, we found it.
That's why I love YouTube. You know?
we got the
YouTube
result.
gets us.
What a shame, no carnival this year.
I know, man. Fucking hell. My hips are ready.
We might
My
have
hips
to
was ready for
organise
one of
our own
them.
carnival.
My hips was ready for one of them, you know, last minute wines. You know, when they just jump on you and you're like...
Yeah, I think everybody's ready for carnival, but it's a shame we can't go there this year. We can't do anything like that. Pump me up. So the song's actually called Pump Me Up. I didn't know that. I just knew Mr. A.
But you DJs that are sitting there going, I didn't know what the fuck that was called. We didn't know, okay? We didn't know. Now we do.
Oh gosh.
Oh God, well, if you didn't put that in.
Oh. Yeah.
I feel like we should have one more though.
One more?
I feel like we should have
Go
one
on,
more
have you
for the
got one
club.
more?
Yeah. And I feel like it needs to be Dipset. Because we
Oh,
both
yes.
we both touched on this just now when I was like, this morning I was listening to Dipset. Because you know when we go out now, we're definitely gonna, we always got it anyway, we always got a Rough Rider section, didn't we?
Yeah.
But we're gonna get triple that because of DMX passing away.
Mm-hmm.
And you always get like a 50 Cent section, a bit of G Unit.
It's true.
You get Biggie and Tupac. But I do always enjoy a little bit of Dipset.
I do love my Dipset. On my walk last week, I was literally just on Joel Santana and Cameron, and I went back a bit last week, and I was like, ooh,
bit of Jim Jones, you know.
Yeah.
You can't knock it, boy.
Hip hop ladies is so great. Hey, on the back, on the
I stood alone getting done from a thick chicken sandwich.
Look at this guy. Is it Sanchez they've got in the background? It's Sanchez, and it's a Sanchez sample. I do love Sanchez as well, you know.
Yeah.
He's another one that they always play at family functions.
Yeah.
Sanchez is a big one.
I think we should give them a Bashment one now.
Oh, shame. I sang the wrong tune.
What did you sing?
Slow them, my bare feelings in my carry. We don't know already, and I can't say they're sorry, y'all.
What do my name that? Give me them.
A natural girl that is mine, yeah.
A natural girl, yo. Ocho. And you know me ready for up Ocho. Only for the man that do that one bum.
Capleton.
Hey.
Yeah, good old Capleton.
Woo, that needed to be done.
Huncho. Yes. He's hunting to find a natural girl.
It's going to be hunting season out there anyway, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Sorry, we seem like we've been playing music and dancing for ages, but you know what? That was our little party, and I hope it hyped you lot up as well. Get ready to go out.
Yeah.
And if you're not going out, you can have a barbecue, you can bust some tunes, whatever you want to do. But yeah, hopefully it's got you in the mood. We're ready. Are you ready?
Surely, because I am a queen. I'm not the average girl from the video. My worth is not determined by the price of my clothes. No matter what I'm wearing, I will always be in the eye. Yes, people, this is the end.
We had to choose that song, didn't we?
Yeah, man.
It's India Irie video, if you don't know. It's quite an old song.
It's an old song.
She talks about being comfortable in herself.
Yeah.
And she's a natural girl.
Yeah.
She's saying she's not the average girl in the video. She's just herself, you know.
And that's all you have to be.
Just be yourself.
So have we got a quote of the week?
Yes, we have. Okay, so this is just going from the topic that we've discussed this week about being confident and beautiful. To be beautiful means to be yourself. You do not need to be accepted by others. you need to accept yourself.
Yes, I
You need to accept yourself.
You do.
So that's our quote of the week, guys. Take from it what you need to take from it. You know, you don't have to go and follow everybody if they're doing this, that and the other thing to their body. Do you know what I mean? If it's not for you, be yourself. And...
yeah, definitely. I feel like for me, my my strengths, or what I feel like is important, or what I've seen, is that my mum and my nan coming up, and I've seen the naturalism in that, and it's more about their inner, you know, their inner being and the strength that they represent to me. What we are, we're merely just a shell, and we're just a shell.
Oh my god.
But
It's your turn this week. I usually do them cheesy ones, don't I?
you know, our body is just a shell. It's, you know, a carcass, and it's literally carrying, you know, us through life. Yes, we're meant to look after it, and you know, but at the same time, like, looks never last.
They don't. I mean, yeah, you can enhance what you need to enhance, but you know, don't go overboard, because it, you know, it can fade away.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it will fade away.
It will fade away, and you'll have to keep.
This is why you have to be happy from within.
From within, yeah.
Because anything else that happens beyond that, then it will not bother you the same. It won't affect you in the same way. So it's very important to have, you know, demonstrate self-love and self-care.
Yeah, all the time.
But equally, if this is what you enjoy doing, do it. Enjoy it. Embrace it.
Looking good.
Be confident. Wear it. Love it.
Yeah, I agree. I second that. But I won't be joining you on the bandwagon of getting cut up. And no, I'm too afraid.
I won't be seeing you on Botched.
I'm too scared. No, thank you. But no, definitely go and follow our girl Princess as well.
Definitely. Thank you,
you know,
Princess.
Obviously she has come and joined us today and give us an insight onto everything, you know, so thank you very much again for that. But she knows her stuff, so hit up her Instagram, go and have a look at what she does. Yeah. But
if you just want to go the natural way about it, I'm going to do a walking club. You can come walk with me. That's an easier thing for me to. I got time for that. You can come walk with me. And I can't say you're going to look like Pamela Anderson back in her Baywatch heyday, but you know. But yeah.
I suppose that's the natural way of going about it.
That's all I get. So take care, enjoy, have a good week, be productive. See you soon.
See you soon, guys. Thank you for joining.